Yo, this is Alexander Fresco, and you're plugged into.
So you work as part of JxnPhotowalk, right?
Yes.
Can you talk about the origins of that, how that came about?
Alright, so pretty much with the photo walk, the way that came about was Amanda, she was the one who came up with, who had the idea, who had, bringing people closer together. But, I was the one, just photographer here and there, doing my own thing. But, as we hooked up, we began to, build a connection. So she had the idea and she wanted to, make it happen, and she asked me to lead it. At first I was like, well, I'm not really that person to lead people, because at the same time, I barely even know what I'm doing. But at the same time, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot. So with that first photo walk, we did it in downtown Jackson. The first photo walk, it was 35 people, around like 35 people. And I was like, man, this is crazy, because, maybe this is something that people would want to, have around the city more. So those 35 people turned into 60 people. Those 60 people turned into 80, 80 turned into 100. And then now we just don't even do inductions no more, because that'll be too much time to even do it. But it's a growing community, and we are so glad that the people in Jackson, and people are traveling to Jackson, or we're traveling to those other places like New Orleans or Hattiesburg or Ole Miss or Mississippi State. We are going and trying to expand the creative scene to, create the photo walk and build it to the place that it needs to be for all the creators in the Jackson area. And it's not limited to anyone. It's not limited to just photographers and models. It's for everyone. Makeup artists, stylists, all of the good shit, all the good stuff. And people just want to have a place to be creative, build their team, and be dope.
What are some of the perks that come out of it for everyone involved?
The photo walk?
Yeah.
So as far as the photo walk, as far as the perks, you get to build that connection, you get to network, you get to get yourself out there. I know it's been plenty of instances where people have gone to create connections like, hey, I'm shooting a wedding. Can you help me do this? And they've gone to make money together. Or just like you need to find and build your team. So just like, hey, I'm a photographer, and I need my main model. I need me a makeup artist. I need me a stylist. And you can find all of those things at a photo walk, because those are all creative people that do more than one thing. And just like how they do like makeup and music and all of those good things, people come and people network and build, and it's a fantastic scene that everyone just needs to be at.
Nice. You're involved with the murals too, right?
So as far as the murals, we all have come into this one space to give the creative space for people to share. So it's me, Alexander Fresco, it's Austin, ASAP Photos, and Kendrick, which is Black Creative, Black with a V, and also Amanda Paige. We all are. And Dale. We all are photographers at the murals, and we have our own key, and we come up with different things, and that really pretty much makes up the JxnPhotowalk team, the team that makes like all the final decisions on things, and all of those good things too. So we just all come together and we do it.
Talk about some of the things that happen at the murals. It's more than just photography, right?
Yeah. So as far as everything, I know Amanda has a lot of dope things and dope events that she has occurring. And still, with Amanda, she just wants to grow the creative scene. She pushes everyone to make sure that they can reach their fullest potential. And it's so dope. We are very appreciative of Amanda, because at the same time, without Amanda, it's more like, where would I be, Because it's like, I know for a fact that she wants to see me, go further than what I've been. So even if it's like, if you meet Amanda, even if it's like a little bit, that little bit is going to get you so far. And it just, people want to see people win. And that's pretty much all of what it is.
I second all of that, because Amanda definitely has been a big help to the Red Current. She's been a help to me just for other things that I do. Mm-hmm. So she's a great person just to be around.
Yeah, for sure.
With your music videos, you shot some of them yourself.
Yeah, so at the same time, it's kind of hard to be in front of the camera and behind the camera. So like I said, I got people that help me. So say if like I got Austin or Kendrick, they pretty much help me get my creative ideas flowing and growing. And they take direction well, and I'm very appreciative of that. So they shoot it, and I still edit, and I write the script, so they can, understand where I'm coming from, and they have to, wait till they, I write the script, they follow it, and then, I just put everything out the way it needs to come out. And I got a new video coming out. It's called New Kid. It's going to be real, real dope. We've already shot it. I just need to get the editing done, and then next thing you know, boom, we going major.
Was it pretty easy for you the first time you did that to balance being the subject and the director, or did it take you a few tries to get more comfortable with it?
Of course, everything is pretty much trial and error. But as far as like with what you want to do, and I Want You and Run It, all three of those. Oh, and the one that's coming up, Nuclear. All of those are the ones that I've sat down and made a script for. I've sat down and I've script, got it to them, explained everything detail by detail, and then I just made it happen. But it's not hard. You just got to know what you're doing and when you're doing it, basically.
You're more of a veteran on the scene.
Yeah. So go ahead. So pretty much what it is more like I had. So whenever I moved back to Jackson, Mississippi, because I'm from Jackson, Southside. From Jackson, moved back in 2015. So pretty much 2016, I was on a whole run. I had a show a month, like bam, 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 bam. Sometimes even 2 shows a month. But pretty much putting the work in and stuff like that to come up and make something of it. So then when it came down to like the next project, 2017, it was more like it's time to drop a whole nother project. But kind of had some mishaps working with like different engineers and stuff like that, and that kind of put me like on a whole nother wavelength, so I had to take it, separate it, and I made Neon Nights up out of that, and that came in 2018. So with that, everybody pretty much know me as the photographer guy or camera guy from the past 2 years, but the people that knew me before then, 2016, 17, 18, they already know how I get down and what I do. But this year in 2020, I got the project finally dropping. I'm so thankful. I'm so glad that I can finally say that, and it's going to be lit, and I'm so glad to have the support that I have, and hopefully the people can rock with it the same way I knew that they would have back then. But so it's going to be new, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be lit.
I think music is how I found out about you too. I think the first time I saw you was to shoot for the Ray Kincaid video, Sundays Are Awesome.
Yeah. That was a dope time, and that was a dope video shoot, and it was real lit. It was just a fun time and dope vibes for real. I miss Ray. I haven't seen Ray in a while, because at the same time I know he's working, I know he got started a family and whatnot. I'll get there one day, but I do miss Ray, man. Yeah. It was a fun time. It was a fun time that day.
I run into him at the store every now and then.
Oh yeah.
So maybe every couple of months, maybe I might see him. It's pretty cool. But in the time that you've been out, I feel like you've probably seen some people kind of rise and then fizzle out. Yep. What do you think gives you longevity that they didn't have?
So I think at the same time, when it comes down to it, people they often get discouraged a lot, because at the same time, with it being said, it's more like I have I guess I would say kind of like a built-in fan base, but at the same time, it didn't always start out like that. Just start off at one person at a time. But people want the instant success. They want the instant. They want the the quick fix. But people, what they gonna know is, what they gonna learn to realize is, fans are fickle. They're gonna do it when it's convenient for them, not when it's convenient for you. So the thing about it, you just have to keep on going and keep on doing it, and keep on. Even if no one is listening or no one is paying attention, just know that someone always is. And that one person is going to be the deciding factor if you're going to stop or if you're going to keep going. And that's pretty much all we ever need, just that one person to make us keep on going. That's really important. So shout out to all the supporters and people that support artists, or people from Jackson, or just local artists in general, because that is exactly what an artist needs, for that one person to believe in what they got going on.
Are there any artists around? Who are the artists that you admire? I guess that's the question I want to ask. Jackson, more so. From
Jackson. So some of the artists I admire from Jackson, I admire Mastodon for sure. He has his own unique style, and he does everything himself with it. I think it's like a major plus, and he's just unique and dope. And people have their own thing going on. Who else would I say? Who else would I say? I've been listening to Mastodon pretty heavy. Dolo for sure. I do like Dollar Back for sure. Who else? Who else I listen to? I probably got to pull up my phone. I like Young Jules. Got on my phone and my playlist for sure.
Oh yeah, everyone knows I stand.
Yeah. Who else? It's like one of those questions. Like as soon as you ask it, it's like your mind go.
It happens to me too. When people ask me, I write about artists all day, and when you ask me, I'm like, oh man, like where do I start?
But as far as everything, yeah, that's who I got right now. I'm trying to think about more. I just can't think right now.
Is there anybody, when you see what they're doing, it kind of keeps you on your toes and like, oh, okay, I got to kind of creatively keep myself in shape just to be out here with them?
Nah, because it's like one of those things where it's just like I have to stay in my own lane. I have to continue to do the things that I do, because once I see someone else do something, you know what, that worked for them, maybe it can work for me. It's not going to work like that. I have to stay in my own lane and continue to do my own thing. I have to move at my own pace. And I think at the same time, that's what keep people discouraged as well, because they see others people. So say if like you started and this person started after you, and they go like, well, why this they're on the same, they're not on the same path as you, they're not on the same page as you. It's different. For some people it's gonna be a little bit easier. Some people got the hood behind them, some people got the school behind them, and then next thing you know, you just got you. It's just one of those things where I got, the blinders on. I can't be focused on what everyone else is doing. I can only do what I'm doing.
Are there any artists, any kind of newer artists who are coming out? Like, are there any newcomers that you're really into?
Like as far as like in Jackson or just everywhere?
Just in Jackson more so.
Just in Jackson mostly.
And if so, what do you like about them?
I really don't listen to that many newer people at the same time, or maybe I haven't just ventured out like that, because it's more like as of lately, I just be in the house, yo. I be in the house editing and, like I say, staying on my own lane, because once you start to focus on everybody else, you're going to lose yourself. And that's real. You're going to lose yourself because you're so focused on what everybody else doing, you're going to fall behind on what you need to be trying to do. So as far as like the new stuff, pretty much, I really don't know, unless it's like because at the same time, it's like, who's really new, who's really any of that? It could be just like me, took a break for a little bit, and now they're back on the scene, because everybody will probably still think I'm new, and I feel like at the same time, it's like I have to start back over all over again, But if it was anything, I listen to anything. I'll listen to anything once, and yeah.
Well, tonight I feel like you kind of had some people who are emerging on the scene, like Just Legacy. Yeah, somebody like that.
Okay, well, Just Legacy then. Yeah. So when I first heard the song, I don't know how long he's been doing his thing, but when I first heard Spotlight, I was like, I dig this, because they had this video with it. I was like, I dig this, I love it, and especially with all the people that was cheering and all that stuff like that. I was like, yeah. That's the type of energy that an artist needs to help grow and stuff like that. But I've only heard of him since like last year, so I guess that would kind of be like a new person, I guess. But I like his style, I like his flow, I like everything that he got going on, and he has his own unique style, his own look, and everything and all that. So I really appreciate him for sure.
What is your favorite thing about the creative scene in Jackson?
So my favorite thing is just everyone is willing to talk to each other and work together. There's no, I'm bigger than you, I'm bigger than you. Well, let me not say that. Everyone that comes to the JxnPhotowalk are the people that are like that. All the creatives, they come with the good intention, and they all want to make sure that we all get the best looks, and we all get the best, grind, and we all gonna grow. And just everybody's just so friendly, man. And it's just exactly the type of energy that we need to help everyone grow, because it might be those people that just be scared to even ask for help. But when everyone's being friendly, they don't have a choice. Like, I would rather someone come help me and they'd be nice about it versus, well, you gotta go get your own. Like, no, we want to help you. We want to help you get better. That's why Amanda put together like different events and want to see the creative scene grow. And Amanda just, make sure that everyone has a chance to shine and do this and do that. So with the whole creative scene, I feel like it's a whole new, I guess, renaissance in Jackson, where we're gonna look back at this 10 years from now and look, dang, this is really where it all started. Well, I picked up my first camera after I went to a JxnPhotowalk, and now look at me. 10 years later, I'm this professional person that's getting flown out to New York because I went to my first photo walk, and I was just using my Android or iPhone, and now I have this $1,000 camera, and I'm in New York right now taking pictures, doing something that I love. So just doing things like that. It's just being a creative, man. It's just so dope, man. And it's just like, it's seeing other people enjoy what they do just inspire me to keep doing what I do. And it's like, I love it, yo. Especially in Jackson. I love it.